Salisu Mohammed aka Dogo Saleh, a 21-years-old bandits kingpin that has been terrorizing Nigerians along the Kaduna, Lokoja and Enugu Highway, was earlier in the month traced and arrested by men of the Nigeria police force, but, after he was captured by the Special Police Security Operatives, the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Police Command said some of his gang members laid ambush against the police operatives, which led to exchange of gunfire, and eventually, the arrested bandits kingpin, Dogo Saleh, sustained gunshot injuries from the bullets fired by his gang members who came for his rescue during the gun battle with the police, and he was pronounced dead when he was rushed to the hospital for treatment. The age of the suspected bandits leader may be another pointer that most heinous crimes in Nigeria are committed by underage children who are often misled into the crime by adults. This may explain further that since the beginning of the year, when one of the state governors in the West Africa country, Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State, decided to take the war against criminality to the doorsteps of a group of suspected criminally minded people known as Babalawo, or spiritual native doctors, believed to be the ones luring the underage children into crime with the magical practice of okite, which gives them the belief they can't be caught and police bullets wouldn't penetrate them. Cases of kidnapping and other crimes apparently have reduced in the southeast state. Our crime reporters observed and reported that the high rate of kidnapping and killings usually prevalent in Anambra State, especially along the Onitsha-Owerri Federal Road, has come almost to a halt since January 17, 2025, when Governor Soludo went harder on the suspected root causes of crimes in the state, the Babalawos, or spiritual native doctors. Our editorial team also observed that the Anambra State Police Command now go to schools and other public places for enlightenment and campaign awareness against crime, most especially calling on the residents to stop the every Monday sit-at-home order. But the Biafra secessionist armed groups have continued to issue threats of attack if the weekly sit-at-home is not obeyed until the detained Biafra agitation leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is released. Interestingly, major arrests made by Anambra State Police Command recently over the kidnapping and subsequent killing of the State House of Assembly lawmaker, Honorable Justice Azuka, indicated that some heinous crimes in the state are committed by underage children, as most of the suspects were mainly 19 years old, indicating they were already into high-profile criminal acts when they were not up to the constitutional age of 18. Similarly, two of the arrested suspects behind the kidnapping and killing of Honorable Justice Azuka escaped from the police custody in a manner the Anambra State Police Command believed that the police operatives under whose custody the two suspects escaped have case to answer. The police command, through the person of the command public relations officer, Tochukwu Akenga, in a TV interview on February 28, 2025, said that the entire police personnel who went on the operation were arrested and detained because there were more professional ways they could have carried out the operation without going with the escaped suspects. According to the Punch newspaper, a 21-year-old notorious bandit leader, Salisu Mohammed, President Volodymyr Zelensky has listed and disclosed the three key points in the proposal the Ukrainian delegation submitted to the United States, U.S. team, which included the transfer and release of prisoners, stoppage of bombings both on the sea and skies, and the release of women and children forcefully taken to Russia based on the command of President Vladimir Putin, when the Ukrainian delegates led by the head of the presidential office, Andriy Yermak, Foreign Minister, Andriy Sybiha, Defense Minister, Rustem Umerov, and military official, Pavlo Palitsa met in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on Tuesday with the representatives of the U.S., which included the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, President Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and Trump's advisor, Mike Waltz. President Zelensky, in a statement on Tuesday after the meeting, praised and thanked the U.S. for proposing 30-day ceasefire on all front lines. According to President Volodymyr Zelensky, I received a report from our delegation on their meeting with the American team in Saudi Arabia. The discussion lasted most of the day and was good and constructive. Our teams were able to discuss many important details. Our position remains absolutely clear. Ukraine has been seeking peace from the very first second of this war, and we want to do everything to achieve it as soon as possible and in a reliable way, so that war does not return. At this meeting with the Americans, Ukraine proposed 3 key points. Silence in the skies, stopping missile strikes, bombs, and long-range drone attacks. Silence at sea, real confidence-building measures in this whole situation, in which diplomacy is ongoing, which primarily means the release of prisoners of war and detainees, both military and civilian, and the return of Ukrainian children who were forcibly transferred to Russia. The American side understands our arguments and considers our proposals. I am grateful to President Trump for the constructive conversation between our teams. During today's talks, the US side proposed taking an even bigger first step, a 30-day full interim ceasefire, not only stopping missile, drone, and bomb attacks, not only in the Black Sea, but also along the entire front line. Ukraine is ready to accept this proposal. We see it as a positive step and are ready to take it. Now, it is up to the United States to convince Russia to do the same. If Russia agrees, the ceasefire will take effect immediately. A day earlier, President Zelensky, after meeting with the Crown of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, issued a statement and said that he had a good meeting with Crown Prince of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud. Grateful for the wise view of the international situation and for the support for Ukraine. It was very important to hear words of confidence in the Ukrainian future. We discussed all the main issues on the agenda, both bilaterally and with other partners. I noted the efforts of Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, which help bring real peace closer. Saudi Arabia provides a very important platform for diplomacy, and we appreciate that. The Ukrainian team remains in Jeddah to work with the American team on Tuesday, March 11th, and we hope for a practical outcome. The Federal High Court sitting in Kwara State has sentenced 2 Chinese nationals to 2 years imprisonment with an option of 1 million naira each, in addition to the payment of 14 million nairas to the federal government of Nigeria as royalties after the court found them guilty of committing the crime of illegal mining in the state without due approval from appropriate authority, just as men of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. EFCC on Saturday arrested 31 others in Jos Plateau State over illegal mining, which included 27 Nigerians and 4 Chinese nationals. Details of the news reportage are presented below as reported by the Public Relations Unit of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Court jails 2 Chinese for illegal mining in Kwara. Justice Abimbola Awogboro of the Federal High Court, Aloran, on Friday, March 7, 2025 convicted and sentenced 2 Chinese, Yang Chao and Wu Shan Xuan, to prison for illegal mining of solid minerals in Kwara State. They were convicted along with their company, Creus Chemical Nigeria Limited. They were prosecuted on a 1-count charge, bordering on dealing with illegal solid minerals mining. The charge reads, that Yang Chao, Wu Shan Xuan, and Creus Chemical Nigeria Limited, sometime in March 2024, within the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court, engaged in dealing with minerals without lawful authority, thereby committing an offense contrary to and punishable under Section 134(b) of the Nigerian Minerals and Mining Act, 2007. They pleaded guilty when it was read to them, following which EFCC counsel, Seisan Ola, reviewed the facts of the case through a witness, an operative of the Commission, who tendered the defendants extrajudicial statements, a report from the Nigeria Geological Survey Agency, and the defendants' passports, all of which were admitted in evidence. Satisfied that the prosecution has proven its case beyond reasonable doubts, Justice Awogboro found the defendants guilty, convicted and sentenced them to 2 years imprisonment each, or to pay 1 million nairas fine respectively. The 1 million nairas fine was also extended to the company. In addition to their sentences, the convicts are to remit the sum of 14 million nairas in royalties to the federal government, while all solid minerals found in the premises of the company, located at number 1, Idiok Road, along Ogunmaken Odid Road, Omi, Ogun State, were forfeited to the federal government. EFCC arrests 31 suspected illegal miners in Jos. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Kaduna Zonal Directorate on Saturday, March 8, 2025 arrested 31 suspected illegal miners in Jos, Plateau State Capital. They were arrested in the premises of Jasheng Nigeria Limited, located at Dura Rayfield, Mangu Road, Jos, following credible intelligence linking the company to illegal mining activities in the state. The arrested included 4 Chinese and 27 Nigerians, part of whom were suppliers in possession of unprocessed solid minerals, suspected to have been illegally mined. They are Liang Qinyong, Wang Waji, Jun Jiajing.
Salisu Mohammed, bringing you the news in a more digital way.